Hello, folks. Hunter S Thompson here. I'd like to read you two stories. One is, well, from the Mad about the 60s, the good book. One is called I Remember, the Wondrous Woodstock Fair. Let's begin. I remember the traffic unforeseen that clogged the lanes and countless miles on Highway 17. And even while I write this verse, I fear that there is no doubt that many drivers are still there, attempting to get out. I remember the blurry bombed out mass that wandered around the courtside, freaked out on Hessian grass. Not all of them, I wish to say, possessed a glassy stare. A few, in fact, could still recall the reason they were there. I remember the groovy swinging scene, that field of wheat that soon became an open air latrine, and how it warmed our happy hearts and filled us with good cheer to know the farmer wouldn't need to buy manure next year. I remember that cataclysmic flood of rain that tumbled from the sky and turned the fair to mud, and how the crowd threw off its clothes and mingled in the bare, until the place looked something like the final scene from Hair. I remember the way my nights were spent, the pleasure when I bedded down inside my little tent, and how I found on waking up that all my men were brothers, that I've been joined throughout the night by 47 others. I remember the wondrous Woodstock Fair. But wait, I haven't told you of the rock that I heard there. I'd really like to fill you in, but much to my dismay, the closest that I got to it was 7 miles away. That was the artist was Sergio Aragones and wrote by Frank Jacobs. Next one it will be let me, alright, here. Uh shit. Uptight means like a bad scene. It's when you're hung up or wigged out or you can't make it. Or you can't make it. Yeah, we all get uptight once in a while. Here are some groovy examples of uptight. So get ready for a good trip. Take the ticket, ride the ride. Uptight is seeing lilies of the valley sprout from the marijuana seeds you planted. Uptight is having the light go out on the joint as it gets to you. Uptight is walking along the Berkeley campus and bumping into Governor Ronald Reagan. Uptight is looking around and seeing Bert Parks at your pop party. Uptight is discovering that the flower you've been carrying in your hand for 2 months is actually poisoned sumac. Uptight is having an LSD trip and seeing the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Uptight is finding out that Toledo, Ohio is where it's at. Uptight is climbing a mountain in Tibet to meditate and then forgetting what you went up there for. Uptight is saying, "Suck it to me, baby," and then discovering it's Muhammad Ali. Uptight is discovering the flowers in your hair attracts bees. Uptight is carrying the papoose on your back for 20 blocks and then turning around and discovering there ain't no baby. Uptight is contemplating your navel while on LSD and watching as your appendix starts coming out of it. That right there is Uptight is a dry sugar cube. Narrated by Hunter S Thompson. Written by Abu Sihuls, or whatever the hell. That are short stories by Hunter S Thompson. If you want more, leave it in a comment or or the comments and Brandon Voice Inc. Until then, this is Hunter S Thompson saying, get off the ride, get a refund.